Germans and their money. What a weird relationship. By the end of this video, I will have taught you how to treat and handle money like a German person. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I leave up to you to decide. You know, it's funny, or not funny, annoying, I just stopped after my workout to get a butter pretzel from this, what is my favorite pretzel spot, and I realized I forgot my wallet. Now I'm searching the car for coins so I can get a pretzel, and I found €1, but I think I still need more, so I'm searching around. Now there's a big stereotype surrounding Germans and money that I'm sure you're probably thinking of right now. Oh, let's go. A second euro. Now, many people probably think how to treat money like a German is to only carry a bunch of cash everywhere and never use card to purchase things. And while this is a little bit true in certain situations, it's becoming more and more of a stereotype. And I did some personal, very unscientific research amongst my German teammates, and not too many of them carry cash like you'd think. On average, how much cash do you carry in your wallet?
I carry no cash.
No cash?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's the same like me. I'm just only card,
Kind of
like smartphone, like Apple Pay.
Wow. No cash.
I only have cards. I hate the cash system.
Yeah, since I was in Scandinavia as hero, man. I reject that. I don't want to use that anymore.
I'm so proud of you.
I don't carry cash, really.
None.
None?
No. I'm really bad at it.
Nothing.
You never carry cash. So no, this is not about carrying a bunch of cash everywhere. That is not how you treat money like a German. Pretzel secured, thanks to those €2 that I found on the floor. I'm a little bit hesitant to tell you where I got my pretzel from. It's my new favorite place to get a pretzel in Schwäbisch. They have the best pretzels, okay? Yeah, it's from a gas station. The best butter pretzel in Schwäbisch Hall is from a gas station. What do you want me to do about it? At the German History Museum in Berlin, there is an exhibition that is one of a kind, the first kind in the world. The exhibition is called A History of a German Virtue, Saving. See, the thing is, Germans are the best savers of money in the world, sometimes even to a fault. There are some numbers and statistics that I learned during the research of this video that are absolutely mind-blowing, that I'll talk about later on in this video. Crazy. And speaking of money, it's time for me to make some by telling you how to make some. If you live in Germany, you're probably a little bit anxious, and that's because inflation is right at 8%, and it's set to hit 10% in the coming months. That means you're basically just losing 8 to 10% of your money by keeping it in cash or in a regular bank account. Normally, the money-savvy Germans would make up for these losses by investing and keeping their money elsewhere, but that's not working this year either. Because over 13 trillion has been wiped out of the stock market in the first 6 months of this year. The worst start in 50 years. But there is one market that seems to be resisting this destruction, and in fact, it's got its best start in its 273-year history. It's a global market not just exclusive to Germany, the art market. The right kind of art is used as an investment by the richest people in the world, because it doesn't always dip when other investments do, as the numbers have shown this year. In fact, contemporary art specifically has outpaced the S&P 500 over the last 26 years by 131%. And inflation? No problem. The last time inflation was this high, contemporary art appreciated at an incredible 33% per year on average. That's more than real estate and even gold during the same time. And this is why Masterworks has seen more demand than ever, because they let you invest in the same high-value contemporary art from legends like Picasso and Banksy, but for a fraction of the full price. Best of all, when Masterworks resells a painting you're invested in, you get a share of the potential profits. Through COVID, a bear market, record high inflation, they've actually done so well that there's now a waiting list to join their 500,000 members due to the demand. But you can skip the waiting list by using the link in the description of this video. Check it out. Now back to the video. The history of saving goes back a long time in Germany. The first savings bank in the world opened up in Hamburg in 1778. Germans practically invented saving money. In the 19th century, the idea of saving became intertwined with German identity. There were movements from banks to teach children from a young age in school about saving, the value of saving, how to do it. Let's look at some old numbers. 1850, the Kingdom of Prussia. There were 278,000 savings accounts. By 1875, after this school system was implemented, 2.21 million savings accounts in the Kingdom of Prussia. Another 25 years later, 8.67 million savings accounts. The art and virtue of saving absolutely exploded. And this idea that saving is not only virtuous, but it's good for the nation was really prominent in 1917 during the First World War, where Germans were actively recruited to take their savings and invest them into war bonds to help the country. Somehow, through the 1920s, the Weimar Republic, and hyperinflation, where German savers saw their money just get wiped out by the extreme inflation, but didn't deter them from returning to saving once again. And then in the 1930s, with the Nazi Party coming to power and Adolf Hitler coming to power, they used this idea of savings as a virtue and as a benefit towards the country as well. And they encouraged people to save. But they really took it above and beyond into a dark excess, according to this article I'm reading. So through all the good times and the bad times, Germans kept saving. And actually, near the end of World War II in September of 1944, Germans had saved 97 billion Reichsmarks, which is 68 billion more than they had at the start of the war. So, through good times and bad, Germans save, save, save. And this obsession with saving holds true to today. According to a study from 2016, the average German saves about 10% of their annual income. And this is compared to the average American or the average EU citizen who only saves 5%. And compare that to the average Brit who's actually in the red. The average Brit in 2016 spends more than they earn. So Germans are still quite serious about saving money for a rainy day. Now, the region that I live in Germany, in southwest Germany, Baden-Württemberg, the Swabian region, this is the most extreme version of German savings. In fact, there's this Swabian saying, Schaffe, schaffe, Häusle baue, which means work, work, build a house, which is basically the mentality here. Work, 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 save your money, save your money, save your money, build a house. A good house that will last you your whole life. Now, there is this sort of caricature stereotype Swabian housewife that Angela Merkel actually referenced in a speech in Stuttgart before. The other day I was at the grocery store waiting in line behind a person purchasing their groceries, and I had to wait there for about 15 minutes while the person sifted through coupons. Some of them were expired coupons, some of them might have worked, but the cashier had to call over the other worker and had to sift through the coupons and make sure everything was set straight. And the line grew huge behind everybody because they had to work on this coupon situation for like 15 minutes. The saving of 64 cents was worth more than the 20 minutes that everybody lost. And this is not all that uncommon here in this region. I see this in everyday life, being a foreigner living in Germany. Just the way that German people talk about money, handle money, spend money, don't spend money. It's different. It feels different than people in the United States. Based on conversations that I have had with German people, there are a lot of things that Americans would refer to as investments that Germans would think of as gambling. I'm out. What was it, $1? $1.06. Right, guy. I fooled. I learned my lesson. This is why the United States is sort of the world capital when it comes to unicorn tech startups. You know, you've got all of these tech companies that come out of Silicon Valley that are very low probability of success, but if they are a success, they're huge successes. And this comes from sort of that American mentality of, you know, let's throw money at these. Let's see if one of these pops. Whereas in Germany, people are much less apt to do that. Another interesting thing when it comes to Germans and money is the attitude surrounding debt. In fact, the German word for debt is Schuld, which means guilt. And I think this really explains the Germans' attitude towards debt. I mean, if you were to tell me like, hey, I could take out a loan for college, but I'm gonna get a bunch of guilt for it, I probably would rethink that. Americans are kind of known for being a little bit reckless with consumer spending and spending money on credit cards and buying things that they can't afford. This is not so common in Germany. Now, one of my favorite pieces of information that I came across while doing the research for this video is this: the net financial account balance of countries according to the World Bank. Germany at the very top with a large positive balance, and the USA at the very bottom with an alarmingly negative balance. Pretty crazy. So in conclusion, guys, how to treat money like a German: save, 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 and avoid debt. All right, guys, that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Check out Masterworks if you are interested. Link is in the description. And I'll see you next time.